We now turn to the U.S. Senate race in Pennsylvania. Two men are battling for Senator Arlen Specter's seat, Democratic Congressman Joe Sestak and Republican Pat Toomey. Action News reporter David Henry has a look at where both candidates stand on the issues.
Thanks a lot. Democrat Joe Sestak and Republican Pat Toomey are polar opposites on the political spectrum, but they agree on what it will take to turn the economy around, helping small businesses create jobs, although they have very different ideas on how to do that. Toomey says we have to clear away bad policy threats from the government, make the 2003 tax cuts permanent, and rein in Washington spending.
$1.5 trillion annual deficits are not sustainable. They're not affordable. So we've got to get the fiscal house in order.
Sestak wants to encourage community-based banks to make more capital available to small businesses, and he favors a tax break for employers for every new worker hired.
If we gave a 15% tax credit for every new job that was created by a small business, we'd create 5 million in just 2 years.
Both candidates agree we need to compete better in the global economy, but again, differ sharply on how to do it. Toomey says we need to scale back what he calls excessive regulation and to lower the business tax rate.
I've argued we should lower it from the 35% it's at today down to 25%. That would put it in line with most of our trading competitors and make our businesses better able to compete overseas.
Sestak says big corporations already get too much of a break and too many incentives to take jobs overseas. He says keeping jobs here is the only way to compete.
It's all about incentivizing job creation here so that we are able to export to the world.
Healthcare is the other big issue of the campaign. Toomey sees the recently enacted healthcare reform as a costly burden that disrupts existing care. He wants more help for individuals buying their own coverage.
I'd want to give individuals the same tax deduction that employers get when they have to go out and buy health insurance on their own. That makes health insurance more affordable for them.
Sestak says the reform was a good first step, but it's not perfect.
We still need to remove the antitrust exemption that insurance companies, health insurance companies have, so they can collude together.
Different approaches, but one last point of agreement. Both candidates say individuals should be able to buy their coverage from companies anywhere in the country, not just their home states. David Henry, Channel 6 Action News.